Now, you're a fairly public pagan.
Mm-hmm.
Or a
I am.
pagan Wiccan, as you would describe
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Yes.
Do you find yourself with problems with that in this part? You know, everybody always
No.
talks about how the South is so bad. And is it because you're in New Orleans?
I haven't experienced any problems.
And you work a regular job.
Mm-hmm. I recover organs for transplant and have done a presentation at work about religious diversity. And that was the scariest presentation I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten up in front of all kinds of people and talked and done presentations and done teaching, and I'm pretty good at just talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never so nervous because it wasn't just a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
This was something that means so much to me, for people to understand that we're normal, everyday people. We go to work, we pay our taxes, we raise our children, we help the community. We just see deity differently. But we're not goth kids in black clothes and
Well, that's very interesting because you're into a field, one that is very important. That's your kitty.
sweet girl.
Everybody loves cats. But that's interesting. So, because I would think that a lot of people, I've met other Wiccans who are in the nursing field, and they get to, well, how can you do this? Or the idea that if they're not Christian, how can you really be that compassionate towards other people? But you've not received any of that.
No, and it's especially working with organ donation. It fits so well with my beliefs about karma and recycling. I mean, what's the best way to recycle? You recycle people.
Okay.
And you're giving the gift of life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what better thing to do? And it fits in so well with my beliefs that, I want to make a positive difference. I want to help.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I've not actually met anyone actually in that field before.
It's a very cool job. It is. I know I make a difference. When I go to work, I know I make a difference.
And that sort of thing. And it's got to be. It is literally a life and death job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I deal a lot with death, and even within my work, when my patients are dead. So I always tell them thank you. Because I feel that they're around and they know this great thing that they're doing. So and wanting other people to understand that there are religious diversities, and because we deal with death, that they may come into a family situation where they want to do a last ritual, or a blessing of the dead, or whatever. It may not be within their Christian norm. They shouldn't be surprised, and we still have to support our families, whatever their religious beliefs are. So that was my purpose for the presentation, is that, whatever they believe, you have to respect that and let them do whatever religious death ritual that they may have.
And yet, for all of that, busy with that, you find ways to stand up for things. And now you're going to be involved with the restoration of the Dr. Buckland's Museum of Magic and Folklore, from what I understand.
Yes.
And so your religious life is almost a full-time job too.
Yes.
And from my understanding from your group, you're the most organized of your group.
Yes.
That must be tough, being organized, because do you find that difficult with them, or?
Sometimes. I tend to like schedules. I keep everybody on track, and okay, it's time to do this now, and
I know,
but you have to have that person.
Right. As I've been out here, I noticed that they've called to you,
yeah,
to do this, because I've been out here at the weekend working to do some filming.
Yeah, I'm sort of like the mom. I'm sort of like the mom. I kind of keep everybody in line, and
And you're in this structure, so you find that, and there's other passion. I know you have a lot of passionate people, and you would consider yourself passionate.
Yes.
And one last thing, I understand that you're a big fairy fan.
Yes.
How did you become a fairy fan? Or
The wings.
The wings?
I always wanted wings.
Okay.
And just they're magical, and they fly, and they live in nature, in the woods, and you just have to love them.
Well, good. A lot of the people who watch our show, a lot of them have never been exposed to Wicca before, or the ideas here, or they're just beginning out. Do you have any suggestions to anyone who's beginning their path? I know that I see that you're very firmly in your goddess's path, your god and goddess's path, Lord and Lady's path.
Yeah.
Would you have any suggestions from your own life experience how they can stay as clear in their path, especially standing up for justice? I mean, that's the hardest thing that they have.
Yeah. Well, I think not just within your religious beliefs, but within just to be a person, is you have to stand up for what you believe in. And you can't just say I'm a Wiccan, or say I'm a Christian. My younger brother is very much a devout Christian, and we definitely have differing beliefs. But I applaud him. He lives what he believes. He's an upstanding person. He takes care of his employees. He takes care of his family. He walks the walk. And I'm a big proponent of that, is that I think you should be able to tell what kind of person I am by looking at my life, not by a label. And the biggest thing that I got from my presentation at work is that these people all knew me. And it's like, okay, you know me. I'm not a wacko. I'm not a nutcase. And I do good things, and I help people, and we do fundraising and charity work and all these different things, so they know that being Wiccan isn't scary.
Well, even this weekend, you guys are taking Yule presents to take to an orphanage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that you guys collect all sorts of toys?
Yes.
At your Yule gathering?
Yes.
And that orphanage is Christian run?
Yes. It's run by some nuns.
And you guys have a really good relationship with these nuns.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping to get Bella to talk a little bit about that, but you guys have really good relationships with other, which is something. So if you walk your walk, you don't have to be you don't have to worry about the hostility of these other.
Yeah.
It's your chip. You don't have a chip on your shoulder, so you don't really deal with it.
It's you have to live it. I mean, if you believe it, you have to live it.
And it's been mentioned. Do you feel that one of the reasons you work a lot with nuns because you're all women? Because you're women, that you find it easier to work with?
Yeah, probably.
More of the
and they're a little more open-minded.
Okay. Just because everybody's going to ask, what's the name of your cat?
My cat is Bailey.
Bailey.
Yes.
They're going to ask me because they all love cats.
Yes, she is Bailey.
Well, thank you. Any last comments you'd have?
No. I love witch school.
Thank you. Yes, you're a member of witch
yes,
school.
I am a member of witch school.
Okay, how long have you been a member?
A member probably 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
A lifetime member probably a year.
Oh, good.
We give out gift certificates at our Pagan Pride Festival, and I think it's a great thing.
I appreciate that. We always try to add to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.